when you realize The Last Airbender has stood the test of time and is still talked about 16 years after the finale. Why did Master Paku give Team Avatar such a small amount of spirit water? Is he stupid? I mean, he got it from their spirit water oasis, right? Why not give the literal Avatar gallons of the stuff so he can virtually have unlimited revives? Am I missing something? 100 years ago, 100 years later. The boulder feels conflicted about fighting a young blind girl. The new show is even worse than the movie. Wait, this looks awfully familiar. Kids scream. World leader reveals gender of his baby to neighboring nation. What a friendly gentleman. What we got in 2010. Netflix is making a live action Avatar show. The fandom. Delectable tea or deadly poison. This is Josh. Josh doesn't like Legend of Korra, but he doesn't call people idiots for liking it. Be like Josh. Using your godlike avatar power to waterbend yourself and the island's residents away to safety. Fighting a volcano. Literally God. Katara, most powerful waterbender. Toph, greatest earthbender in the world. Sokka. The fandom when Katara has a mood swing. The fandom when Zuko commits a war chime. Time traveler, moves a chair. The timeline. Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, The Last Airbender. Mop, why is the water bill so high? 20-year-old me in the shower for an hour. Waterbender. McDonald's employee, what can I get for you today? Me, could I get burger please? Trade offer. I receive nothing. You receive delicious tea plus good advice. Iroh. Jet when he sees Uncle Iroh with warm tea. So you have chosen doubt. Villain Iroh protecting the moon spirit and mourning it with the kids. 10-year-old me. Me watching a group of grown men argue over which pair of cartoon characters should be together. Zuko when he realizes they call the judge Your Honor. Now this looks like a job for me. Got my vaccine. I can be around people again. I can be around people again. Discovering something that doesn't exist. Toph's life-changing field trip with Zuko. Avatar fight scene comes on. Aang goes into the Avatar state. An instrumental version of the theme comes on. Uncle Iroh, Azula, Zuko. Aang at the North Pole destroys a bunch of Fire Nation ships and drowns Admiral Zor. Also Aang. I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do. That they could have been the greatest sibling group, but their father snacks at parenting club. Everyone in the Avatar universe, the four nations are Earth, Water, Fire, and Air. Sozzin, there's 3, actually. Zuko going from banished prince to crown prince to traitor to king in only 3 months. Parker. Good Avatar content. Fine. Avatar Studios. Good Avatar content. I'll do it myself. Guy. Well, we help people. My cabbages. Mexicans when they visit Texas. Who would have thought? After all these years, I'd return to the scene of my greatest military disgrace. As a tourist. Aang lives during the early industrial revolution. Korra lives around the 1920s. The next Avatar. POV. They forgot to close the tent. Sleeping before the most important day in the past 100 years. Hallucinating your pets having a sword fight. Suki's fans after season 2. The Avatar when the world needed him most. The United Forces arrive. The general sounds like Prince Zuko. It is General Iroh. I expected this kind of treachery from Uncle. But Zuko, Prince Zuko, you're a lot of things, but you're not a traitor, are you? Choose treachery, it's more fun. Zuko's left eye. Zuko's right eye. Canon Kyoshi. No, 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 no. I don't want to kill anybody. Fanon Kyoshi. Sokka before the 10th episode with Suki. Sokka after the 10th episode with Suki. Did my first boyfriend just die? You know it was really unclear, buddy. When your joke ruins a conversation, but you know it was amazing. 4 Horsemen of Wisdom. Avatar, The Last Airbender fans. Where's Suki? The Legend of Korra. Who the hell is Suki? The gun on the day of the eclipse. Azula, call the ambulance. But not for me. Season 1 episode 2 Zuko. Season 1 episode 2 Sokka. When you sacrifice yourself to save the moon spirit, and people only remember you for that one meme. That's rough, buddy. Being angry at your nephew for betraying you. Forgiving your nephew for the unwise decision he made, and later regretted, and helping him become a better man. Donald, you're gonna get a kick out of this. 11,780 votes. It was in my sleeve the whole time. My ex-girlfriends started dating each other. That's rough, buddy. The side of An's development that often goes unnoticed. An while destroying a factory in season 3. An while destroying a factory in the comics. Sigh. I hate destroying things. I know. And being the avatar doesn't hurt your chances with the ladies either. And I took that personally. Do you like Korra? No, she is too arrogant. Who is your favorite character in Avatar? The Last Airbender. Toph. Iroh starts singing. The entire fandom. Azula manipulating Zuko for the 100th time. Do you trust me, Uncle Iroh? Zuko. With every cell of my body. Zuko, I want to help you with defeating the Fire Lord. Katara and Sokka. People on the internet explaining that they like Azula because she's a complex character. Me who likes her because she's fun to watch and that her fire is blue. Fire Nation citizens during the entirety of Legend of Korra. Dadak they doin over there. Appa, Momo, Ang hallucinating the whole thing. When you are finally about to meet your Minecraft girlfriend, but your uncle shows up. Iroh when Zuko throws temper tantrums about his honor. Iroh when Zuko says tea is just heat leaf juice. They don't know I'm the Avatar. I'm finally a normal boy. When you visit the Fire Nation. When the Fire Nation visits you. When you've been in prison for months waiting to be saved, but your boyfriend is just off playing with swords. Toph in every episode. Literally anyone. I can't believe he didn't cry during Titanic. Do men even have feelings? Happy birthday my son. If only I could have helped you. What people think the pandemic is going to do once we hit 2021. He vanished. Thinking about the fact that Katara met 4 different avatars. The most dramatic ring of fire solar eclipse for a decade will strike this weekend. When you're listening to the villain's speech, and they're low-key making a lot of sense. Me after finishing Avatar, The Last Airbender, I'm going to take a break before watching Legend of Korra. Me 5 minutes later. Everyone always talks about Zuko's admittedly perfect character arc, but no one ever talks about the slow burn 3-season long evolution of Azula from the perfect child, dad's favorite, bad ace in charge, who is given way too much to handle, and is mature past her years to an insecure, neglected, hurting, unhinged child who desperately, in her last few minutes of clarity, just wants her mom. The entire southern waterbenders population, the entire metal benders population, and the entire air nomads population sitting around a table for dinner. You start watching Avatar, The Last Airbender. You like it. You see Uncle Iroh. You see a turtle duck. Azula, I'm a 400-foot tall purple platypus bear with pink horns and silver wings. Toph trying to figure out what purple, pink, and silver are. The Last Airbender movie is just the Ember Island players as a live-action film. Change my mind. Sokka after meeting with Suki. Sokka, respect women juice. Me ready to watch Avatar, The Last Airbender Season 2 Episode 15. My friends who has seen Avatar, The Last Airbender, you are not ready, you are too weak. Toxic part of the fanbase. Katara is annoying, and I'm glad her mother died. Me. Slap. Toxic part of the fanbase. Azula has an actual mental breakdown on screen. 7-year-old me watching the last episode of Avatar. Donald Trump is probably cutting his dangs in a mirror like Azula right now. When you're trying to get snacks from the kitchen, but your mom has company over and you don't want to introduce yourself. If we are quiet, we should be able to navigate without being caught. Nobody, and for some reason. Next Avatar. Why the duck can I only speak to Korra? Korra. Spotted in my hometown, Claremont, California. A full moon will be visible on Halloween for the first time since 1944. The quiet waterbending kid. Iroh to Zuko. Oh dear, oh dear. Gorgeous. Iroh to Azula. You ducking donkey. Me, midway through season 1. Hey, couldn't you technically bend the water in someone's body? That'd be cool. Me after the puppet master. Korra or Asami. Opal. Clothes folded by my mom. Clothes folded by me. Sometimes you just gotta rebench Avatar, The Last Airbender, because life has lost all meaning and the only person that is able to console you is Uncle Iroh. Netflix. Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. We are probably gonna ruin Toph in season 2. Ah yes, the 4 element, earth, water, fire, and recess. Korra and Asami, the fans. Bolin. Mako, who lost pretty much everything relationship wise. If you choose your attachment now, you won't be able to enter the Avatar state at all. The simp. Zutara shippers saying that Zuko and Katara would have made a better couple. Katang shippers arguing that Katara and Aang had 3 whole seasons of relationship development versus Zuko and Katara who barely had one. Sucker shippers just wanting to know what the duck happened to Suki between Avatar, The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. People who don't really ship anyone confused at what's happening. Avatar, The Last Airbender. Avatar, The Last Airbender. If Sokka had a gun, defeating the Fire Lord, trying to take the gun away from Sokka. When you're going to bed, I'm going to bed now. Nobody, Among Us public games, incidents? That's not how our court system works. Katara, I'm just glad we finally have another girl in the group. Toph with Sokka and Aang. Toph, Sokka. Toph, I think you should play the role of my father. I don't want to be your father. That's perfect. You already know your lines. Dads when they see dudes checking out their daughter. Dads when they see ladies checking out their son. Iroh when the guard checks on him. Iroh when the guard goes away. Growing up, we were taught that the Fire Nation was the greatest civilization in history, and somehow, the war was our way of sharing our greatness with the rest of the world, Americans. Zuko slaps through for Vapor. This bad boy can fit the whole catalyst to my redemption arc in it. I spent 3.5 hours on this shitpost because I physically could not do anything until I painstakingly recreated one of the most unoriginal meme formats on earth. Katara in season 1. Katara in season 3. The Legend of Korra. Let me in. The Legend of Korra. Let me in. Zuko is in the middle of a snowy wasteland in a blizzard, at his weakest facing a waterbender and the Avatar in the middle of the night on a full moon. Also Zuko, I didn't hear no bell. 8-year-old me watching the lion turtle explain what energy bending is to Aang. I like your funny words, magic man. I turned myself into a pickle. Morty, amateur. Sokka and Aang, when they sent the apology letter to Katara saying that was from Toph. Infinite IQ. Me, after finishing Avatar, The Last Airbender. I wonder what happened to Azula. Did she go to jail? Better read the comics. The comics. Mental institution. Crazy. Butch need a straight jacket. Question. Why the duck does Toph have a desk and a filing cabinet? Who the duck is giving her paperwork? Did she request them as props so she could be dramatic? Whose case file did she destroy? Lol. Can I borrow your office? I need to scare my kids. Mop. Why'd you stop cleaning your room? Me with all the stuff I lost 6 years ago. My girlfriend is like the sun. Explain. She's a star and makes my day bright by simply existing. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. My friend watching Avatar, The Last Airbender for the first time, couldn't waterbenders control someone's body since humans are 70% water? That would be so cool. Me. Have you heard of the wise guru Ligma? Who the hell is Ligma? Ligma balls. When I recognize the Sun Warriors chanting from the credits. After becoming a firebending master, we are hitting Flamo Hotman levels that shouldn't even be possible. 6 teenagers are subjected to the horrors of what is essentially the last Airbender movie for them. The air nomads. Nobody can get to the air temples besides us. The air nomads 10 seconds later. Pablo, why aren't we alive? It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Like, how did we get down here before Arn without earthbending? This artifact was passed down to me from my uncle. Avatar, the last Airbender prison warden. No one has ever escaped from here. The gun. Fire Nation guard. Arg, call an ambulance. But not for me. New element detected. Sokka bending. Sokka when he saw Momo for first time. Blue Spirit. Congratulations. You are being rescued. Arn. Blue Spirit. Please do not resist. This is awful. What happened to the forest? Looks like someone had another gender reveal party. Probably already used. Sokka and Arn. Katara. I'm sorry. Toph. Katara. Toph and Katara. Ha ha ha. You are very boring. You never do something interesting. What? No. I'm funny. Sokka and Arn. Okay. I jump from Appa and you catch me with your airbending. Okay. Let's do it. Sokka. Okay. We are 4 against them. Toph. There's 3. Actually. Finally, after all these years, I have them all. Fire Fox. Water Fox. Air Fox. Earth Fox. The right Lotus in Avatar. The last Airbender, the strongest benders of the age. The right Lotus in the Legend of Korra, the most useless benders of the age. Nobody. Pregnant Californians. It's a boy. Katara after her mom was killed by a Fire Nation general. I'll never forgive Zuko. Zuko trying to join the Guard. I have done everything wrong, ever, in my life. Appa, I know this, and I love you. Earth Kingdom. Ba Sing says walls are impenetrable. Fire Nation. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Me when I let go of my snap streaks. Let go your earthly tether. Enter the void. Empty. And become wind. When you first meet her and wonder why she's single versus 4 months into the relationship, and now you know why. I was rewatching the Katara vs Pakku fight scene, and I just realized that when Katara was throwing ice discs, she was really aiming for the kill at that point. Like those were sharp enough to slice through the man. What a legend. Katara had big Kyoshi energy. Katara, straight up trying to kill Pakku. If he's really a master, he'll survive. I don't need any protection. And that's how I was made. Yeah, I forget the next couple lines, but then it goes. Secret tunnel. Find a beautiful girl. She is the princess of the Northern Water Tribe. She turns into the moon. She turns into the moon. Toph, look. There it is, the library. The gang. Where? Toph. Sokka. My. Being too powerful with their hair down. Girls talking about their first boyfriend. Was that guy your boyfriend or something? What? No. Guys talking about their first girlfriend. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. Aang speaking with Momo in Momo's language. The gang. He is speaking the language of gods. Every avatar. Also every avatar. You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. You will. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. It really do be like that sometimes. when Aang and Katara finally kiss in the final scene. Remembering this is also technically Kuzan kissing his mother, Sapphire Fire. How it feels when listening to Leaves from the Vine. I know he doesn't look it, but he is one of the most dangerous men in the world. Season 3 Episode 5. Ducking Calm Down, Azula. It's volleyball. Avatar The Last Airbender. Avatar The Last Airbender. If Momo had a gun. Is that a flying lemur? He's got a gun. Blam blam. Suki enters into Sokka's tent in the middle of the night. Yui. You meet Zuko's grandson. His name is General Iroh. He is voiced by the same actor as Zuko. Father wants you home. Zuko, as a prisoner. Netflix. Don't worry, the live action remake will be fine. Avatar, The Last Airbender fans. He's lying. People who got into Avatar, The Last Airbender through memes when Sokka's girlfriend actually turns into the ducking moon. I walked on the moon. I stole the moon. I destroyed the moon. Oh, your villain's alright, just not super ones. Yeah? What's the difference? Presentation. Besides being the last airbender, there was also a brief moment where Aang was the only waterbender. For a short time, he was all what was left of 50% of all bending techniques.